Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Yes. So meet my friend and my colleague Franco,
Hello.
and his full name is Gianfranco, but we call him Franco, and he works with me, and I am really glad that he signed up for this interview with me. After so many um, discussions, we finally agreed on this spot and this location. So finally we are doing it, and I'm really happy about it. So Franco,
Yes.
first thing, do you wanna introduce yourself?
Hello. My name is Gianfranco. Off the top of my head, I'm nothing that special. I think I'm just an average person. Pretty boring.
Okay. uh, Other than being boring, what is very original about you?
Original about me. That's a very tough question. It's. I don't think there's something about me that's original compared to like everyone else.
Yeah.
But I think I'm a little more hyperactive than most people, I would find.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I want to highlight, although you say yourself boring or anything, but everybody would agree with me, whoever knows you,
Yes.
that you are pretty funny
Okay.
and you make everybody laugh,
Yes.
and that's very original about you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And you have a lot of experience with how you talk, and like you can say or like talk anything out, and that's really a special thing, because you know how to handle tough situation
Yeah.
with words, and that's really special. Do you agree?
Yeah, I would agree that I have a very strong social aspect.
Yeah, and really like that's one of the important thing when you actually work anywhere or like live your life, because all like academic stuff doesn't count
Right.
if you're not good at
Right.
like how
It's-
you yeah
It's not about what you got, it's how you sell it.
yeah and that's really special about you. So Franco,
Yes.
starting from the beginning, I would like to ask you, how was your growing up here in Montreal, Quebec?
It was actually amazing.
Yeah.
Like, as a child, I was obviously like 8 years old, stubborn. I never get what I want. But like looking back, I had an amazing childhood here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what sort of things did you enjoy about your childhood?
I would say it's mostly family.
It's mostly family. Like who all were really around when you were a kid?
Yes, I was mainly with my cousins actually.
Mm-hmm.
All of my cousins, when we would be done with school, our parents would still be working, so we would all gather up together at my grandmother's place.
Really?
Yeah,
So you were a maternal grandmother or paternal?
my maternal grandmother.
Wow.
Yeah.
So your mom is also Italian,
Yes.
and your dad is Italian.
Yes.
Both of your parents are immigrant, or their parents were immigrant?
My grandparents were immigrants.
Okay,
Yes.
so your grandmother and grandfather came here
Yes.
from Italy.
Yes.
Okay, so are they still around?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's really nice. Do you visit them often?
Not as much recently. Yeah, it's been getting pretty busy, especially with work, because
Yeah.
our work has very odd hours.
Yeah.
We don't even have weekends half the time.
Yeah, half of the time we work
Yeah.
weekends.
So it's kind of hard to see family nowadays.
yeah, but like you can go to visit them on Mondays if
Yeah.
you have Monday off. Yeah.
Yeah, but usually it's whenever I have Sunday off.
Mm-hmm.
That's when we visit.
Mm-hmm. Are your cousins still around here, or
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Are they? Do you guys have a lot of bonding left still?
It's getting a lot more difficult, and
Yeah.
it's pretty sad. But
Yeah.
life. That's how life works nowadays. My oldest cousin is now married, got a child recently.
Yeah, you told me about it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
baby was born June 12th, a couple of days ago. So he's
Awesome.
he's officially a dad.
Mm-hmm.
Other cousins are same situation as me, penny pitching to buy a house.
Yeah. But it's really like nice that you all are thinking about buying a house. That's like, I never thought about it before you like mentioned, like, although my dad is in like real estate
Yeah.
and he's really good at it,
Yeah.
but I've never thought of uh, getting a house and like buying a house and like saving for it.
Right.
That's really good mindset. It's having your own place, and maybe I think that I don't have enough money and I don't want to make a really hard saving step towards it. That's why probably I'm not thinking about it.
Yeah.
But that's really nice. And do you want to talk about like your schooling here and
schooling?
And how was school like after high school or like before high school? How the things change, or what are the things that were really nice?
I want to say that elementary school was rough, actually, initially. Because I started at one school, but then my family moved to a different spot in the city, and I would have to change elementary school. And that was really, really hard for me. I'm sociable.
How like young you were?
Third grade. Yeah, I switched during the third grade. Yeah, I was very much a crybaby when I was little.
Franco,
yeah.
You were the same, and I really had difficulties, and I have moved so far from my home.
Yeah.
And I can't even imagine how did I do it. And
Yeah,
that's why I have trauma.
Yeah, I would lock myself in the basement, just never go outside. Like you're definitely way stronger than I am.
Yeah, and definitely like I have so much trauma for it, but you continue like because you said there's something about like moving from one elementary school to another.
Yeah, moving one elementary school to another was rough for me. I can't imagine moving to like a different country.
Yeah, but like how was like, did you find difficulty making friends or?
Very much so. It was initially for me. I wasn't as social as I am now. Yeah, as a kid I was very like unsociable. I would consider myself weird, awkward, to the point where my parents intervened when I was in third grade to help me make friends.
Really?
Yeah.
Like Sheldon.
Almost like Sheldon, yeah. They literally came to my elementary school, talked to a few kids, and convinced them to be friends with me. And that's
really sweet.
It's both sweet and sad at the same time.
No, it's not sad.
A little bit.
Yeah. But why do you think they were not being your friends?
Huh? Well, like no one. Like, I guess I was too shy, awkward.
Yeah.
Like I was the new kid at school.
Yeah, and everybody is mean to a new kid.
Everyone was mean to a new kid.
Yeah.
At least in my elementary school, most of them were actually Italian.
Really?
Most were Italian, yeah. And we're rough with each other.
Really?
Oh yeah. There's a lot of judgments going on. People picking on each other.
Yeah, because I feel that too.
Yeah.
Really. When I see Indian here, they're not very nice. Not talking about like all, like majority, but I'm talking about few things that I have experienced that they sort of are not nice to other Indian people. I don't know.
It's not that they were, like, or at least for me, it wasn't necessarily hate for each other, but like there was a strong, like, this is what's popular, this is what's not.
Yeah. And at the early age, you won't say like.
So maybe it's not just necessarily just like
they don't
like region specific. Maybe it's just like age specific. Like everyone at that age.
Yeah.
Has that phase.
Yeah, they were like they didn't approve of your whatever you were doing.
Yeah, and what the things that I were doing even back then as a kid was pretty much playing with card games, trading cards. Even then, back then I was a child. Yeah.
Like child, like 3-year-old.
Not 3 years.
On
but
third.
Yeah, third grade.
Third grade.
I would still like enjoy playing Pokemon cards, Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Still 28 years old.
Yeah,
and
he's
I still
collecting. Yeah.
I still collect. Yes.
Yeah, and this concept is so new for me, and I have never collected cards.
Yeah, it's an expensive hobby. I don't recommend it.
Expensive?
It's expensive.
Really?
Yes.
Do you have to buy the cards?
You have to buy the cards. Yeah. I recently went to a game store and I asked for a single 9-pack of cards, and they looked me in the eye and they said $10. And
Seriously?
I just walked out of that store. That it is not worth $10.
Maybe I would have, if I would be in your place, I would buy them.
You would buy
and
them?
regret them.
Yeah.
Because I would be so shy to like say no at the last minute once the price has been disclosed.
Yep.
I have done this so many times.
Yep. That's where it takes skill. That's where I, develop my social skills.
Really?
Do not be afraid to say the things that you want to say.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Just say it out loud, even though you think there might be repercussions. Odds are that there's not going to be any repercussion.
But you really
If there is, then there is. It's fine. Just take it. It sounds so wrong, but
no. I get it. Like, you wanna say that like if you are not okay with something, probably like saying it makes a difference. If there are repercussions, then that's a different story. But at least you said it and probably deal with repercussions.
I mean, like the game store people laughed at me when I just said no after telling me the price. But,
it's okay.
But like you said, it's okay. It's fine. I'm not paying $10 for a pack of cards.
That's really like nice thing. But like I'm very shy at certain times, and I'm not very shy at certain times, so it depends on whole situation. And also I'm like in different country, and I would share the same experience. Even though I wasn't in elementary school, I came here after like graduating from masters from Alberta here, and I was finding it so hard. Everything sounded so foreign to me, like everything from Alberta to here, it's like the same country. It's still, but like everything is different,
How so?
Because the language like first thing, and French sounded so foreign. I don't know why. Like wherever I go, wherever I went, like for grocery shopping, from metro, from like library, everything sounded
French.
And also like I really had such a depressing period. New job.
Is it the language barrier that was making it so depressing?
No, just like the culture. Because even in Alberta, people talk to each other. Like at grocery store, they would like take hi, hello, how are you? They would like talk for 5 minutes just out of nothing.
Yes.
Like it's like they are more polite. I would say when they interact, because it's a town kind of.
Yes.
And it's a city. And I must share that I never lived in a very big city ever on my own. Like I've been to big cities in India where I lived with other people or like my family or somebody, but never on my own. So probably that's why. And it's like a metro, right? And I find it really nice here now. Okay. Like I get the vibe here.
You got used to it?
Yeah. Okay. And that's what I want to talk about. Like, it's basically the getting used to. You are more confident. That's what I want to point out. You're more confident in saying no or like standing up for yourself. Because you were used to this surrounding for so long. Don't you think?
My surroundings.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, I would agree with the surroundings, but I wouldn't necessarily like the surroundings of the city specifically. I guess it was more so with the people that I've managed to, interact with over the years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too. I think, but don't you think the familiarity with everything here helps you to say whatever you want?
I would say so, yeah. Because I am familiar with everything.
Yeah.
It does give me a little bit more confidence of when to say yes or no to things.
Yeah, like it's totally. I'm just like correlating it, but definitely it's a different thing. But do you want to talk about like growing from high school to undergrad?
From high school to undergrad, there was a middle period called CJEP. You want me to talk about it?
Yeah. I don't know. We don't have it.
Yeah. Here we have like this middle ground between university and high school. We call it CJEP.
Only in Quebec.
Only in Quebec.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
Yeah.
We even have a different grading system. It's very toxic.
That's what I want to know. Like,
Yes.
I've heard from so many people, and why that is, especially in Quebec, because now everything is like so like global, right?
Yeah.
In all over Canada.
I guess Quebec was trying to do a good thing because they don't want people to like just graduate from high school and boom, going to work. They want to have at least some form of like upper education, and so they created CEGEP, where they have this system where people can get an easy way of upper education, right?
Yeah.
So it's not a university degree, but it's more than a high school degree. Is what people are doing, which is good. It's very good. The grading system, however, is very, very, very awful, and I think it should adopt the GPA system rather than this R-score system.
What is that?
The R-score system is instead of actually like say you get 100% on a test, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? On a GPA scale, they would say you were 4.0, you're perfect, right?
Yeah, 4.
In an R-score system, say everyone else got 100 as well. Your 100 doesn't show up on the report. Instead, what shows up on the report is how well you did relative to the class.
Okay, it's a relative marking.
It's a relative marking. So even if you got 100, if everyone else got 100 too, on your final report, it's going to say you're average at best.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, so...
Yes.
Okay, so you have to graduate that to go to like undergrad?
Yes.
Did you go to an undergrad?
I did go to an undergrad.
Which degree did you choose?
I decided to go with a Bachelor's of Science in Human Physiology. Yes. I'm honestly shocked I even managed to get into undergrad, considering, the whole...
Really?
Yeah. My R score wasn't that great. I think it's roughly close to like the GPA system scoring. Not really, actually. I think 40 is really good, and like 30.
How much is the best?
Like the best, there's no like cap actually. Technically, there's no cap. The number can go like really, really high, but normally we don't see anything above like a 42, 43, something like that. If you're like 30, I think like you're roughly average. Like I would say that it's like a
average,
like 2.7 GPA, something like that.
40 is good.
40 is like A+. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. 40 and over, you're golden. Like med school worthy kind of.
Really?
Yeah. I think I finished, if I remember correctly, with like a 36. So I did fairly well.
Yeah, around 40.
Yeah. And which is at my time was very good because I managed to get into McGill with a 36. I think I was fine.
Then at university you need to like show your score, then only you have to get in.
And then they decide whether or not you get in. But
Okay.
fun fact, my brother, who's 3 years younger than me, finished CEGEP with a 38 and applied to like roughly the same the same programs I applied for McGill. With a 38, he did not get in 3 years later.
Really?
Yeah.
So where did he get in?
He went to Concordia instead.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's kind of scary how things change over 3 years.
Seriously, like with better score,
he would like 2 points better
maybe the
overall.
Competition was like higher.
It got a lot higher. I think like I don't know what happened, but yeah.
Yeah.
It got worse.
Yeah, I think those things a lot. Do they take account like when they take the international students, because they take international student in the same competition pool, or like whoever are from here?
I like to think that it's a different competition pool. Like there's at least reserved seats for CEGEP students, reserved seats for like transfer and international.
Yeah, I think that's what I thought.
Yes, and I think that's the case. It's still the case, but maybe it changed over 3 years. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention to the system. I'm pretty sure it's still the same.
Yeah.
But maybe there was more people in CEGEPs overall, and more people applying for the same programs.
Yeah.
A lot of things are subject
Maybe
to
it was
change.
the popular program.
Maybe it was. It wasn't that popular. I think he applied to something like biology. Nothing too fancy and demanding.
Yeah. Have you ever thought about getting into engineering?
Engineering?
Yeah.
Not like the actual engineering, but I was considering software engineering at one point.
Really?
Or computer science and all that stuff.
During your undergrad?
During my undergrad in human physiology, yeah.
Yeah. How was your experience in human physiology? It was really bad?
It was really bad. It was both really bad and really good.
but your expression were like it was
Okay.
the worst.
So the first year and a half, I would argue, was the worst time.
First.
Year and a half, yes.
Yeah.
The first semester I took, it hit me like a truck. I failed my anatomy course. I got C's and everything else. For like the first year and a half, I was like rocking like a 1.9 GPA. Yeah, that's like that.
That's
Yeah,
really tough.
it's
Similar
bad.
to mine,
I got the letter saying that if I don't improve my grades, I'm gonna get kicked out. Yeah,
Suspended.
but here's the thing: I don't even check my email.
Really?
So I didn't even know that I had essentially a letter saying do better or you're gonna get expelled.
So who checked your email then?
Huh?
Who checked your?
So I decided one summer to take a summer course, a genetics class, and I did very well. It was only one class. I got like a 3.7, and it boosted my grade like just above a 2. And after I finished the course, I decided, you know what, maybe I should check through my emails, actually read something. And like months ago, I find the email saying like you're in like unsatisfactory standing, and like a couple of weeks after I graduated, it's like, all right, you're in satisfactory standing, you're okay.
Really?
So yeah, I was this close from getting kicked out, and I didn't even know.
I want to know about your carelessness. Why didn't you check your email?
Because we get spammed with emails, even at work. Like, oh my god, there's so many emails. I get sick of them. Like, if it's like every now and then someone saying hi, a professor sends me something, sure. But we're talking about spam after spam after spam, and it goes on the main inbox, not the spam folder.
Yeah, but you can apply some settings.
I could. It was just general laziness. I didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't
and you
care
were
for
really
emails.
young.
Yeah, young and stupid.
Okay, we
Yes.
talked about that.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so
Yeah, that was the bad part.
yeah, so like how did you improve?
Okay, so that's where I'm actually things may be contradicting.
Really?
I was doing really bad when I was focusing really hard.
Really?
I would pay attention to every little detail. When even if the professor would cough, I would write it down as a note. I was so focused on getting everything down to like the last minute. I would cancel plans with friends. I would not do anything, and I would get bad grades.
Yeah.
But oddly enough, I met people. Like I started being more sociable at roughly my second year. And I met like the president of the physiology club, so to say. And since I was like essentially hiding under a rock for the first 2 years, she was shocked of my existence. She's like, "How come I've never seen you before?"
Yeah.
Yeah, and I became a lot more sociable. I started chatting with people, and we helped each other study, and my grades improved significantly. I went from like an average of like literally 1.9, 1.8 to an average of like 3.7 and 4.
That's really nice.
Like I skyrocketed. So like now that I realized that I'm doing good, it became like, okay, so how am I gonna fix my grades when I graduate?
Yeah.
Yes, because fixing it from 1.9 to an actual good grade at the end of the year is gonna be tough.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you grew a lot like
Yeah.
throughout your undergrad, I think.
Yeah.
And I think it's a really like common thing when you focus on one thing really a lot. I think your brain kind of doesn't function really well, I think.
No.
Yeah, and when you talk about socializing and like doing other things, and also because you are studying, that when you are like socializing, you are giving your focus and attention to your
Yes.
work still,
Yes.
but because you are enjoying it,
Yes.
that's why you are performing so well.
Yes.
I think that's the
Which is very odd because like I was intensely focused, but when I started doing better, it was the time where I started going to drinking parties and
yeah.
literally doing the university life.
Yeah, I think I would relate to it so much. Like same thing happened to me in my first year. I almost got a passing grade, just passed the class, and I was really sad and depressed that how would I improve it.
Yeah.
But because there were like coding courses in my first year, and I didn't know anything about it. Not even like I didn't have any computer experience before my first year.
Okay.
So I didn't even have the phone. Like my parents or like the education system requires you to focus so much that you can't even like use phone, not computer, only books. You study and study and study. So I think that's why my grades were really poor. But when I got the heck of the system, I started doing athletics. I started doing other things, like there is like a hostel management thing. So when I got involved in more things, I could focus on my academics a lot.
Yeah.
So I think it's same for both of us.
Yeah.
So I kind of relate to it. So other thing I would ask you, tell me something about your family, like as you mentioned in the beginning. Do you ever go back to Italy?
No.
No, have you never?
I visited once. I did not like it.
You did not like it?
No. I would say I'm more Canadian than I am Italian.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Because your whole family is here.
My whole family's here. My grandparents are more Italy than everything else. My parents are like 50-50. Like they like Italy, but they also like it here. And I don't like it there at all. I just like being here.
Because you have everything here, like your cousins, your parents, your grandparents. Why would you like? But they had their ties there, so I think it depends on your ties. I think.
So like technically, I do have family there as well, but like I've never seen or talked to them. So like meeting them for the first time, it's awkward.
I would say so. If you were, if you have not.
I don't speak Italian either.
Really?
I speak very, very little. Some words here and there, but like that's it. I can't put a sentence together for the most part.
But you can understand if somebody is speaking.
If they speak slowly and clearly, yes.
But did you learn French from your like elementary school?
Yes. Very poorly, but yes.
Really?
Yes. In elementary school, we would have like one day we would learn all the content in English, and the next day we learn all the content in French. There was just something about me as a kid where I just blocked out like the French course, the French part. So when it came to like the French day, I would just like not pay attention. No, I would go. I just not pay attention. I would days off, think about the next Pokemon card coming out.
You did not like it. That's why you don't speak it as much.
Yeah. I didn't focus as much, so like it didn't hit. But like as I went to high school, I started realizing the importance of it. I still didn't like it, but I understood the importance of it, especially if I'm living here. So I focused a little more. I got a little better, especially after working here. I bet you think I'm good in French. I'm actually not good in French.
No, I just think that you must know how to communicate in French. You did, like just in front of me.
Yes.
So
yes.
I know you know.
Yes, I could communicate very well. Professionally, I might need to rehearse a little bit, but yeah.
Because Walid knows, he does like French so much. Really?
Yeah.
Do you know that?
I mean,
did you notice it?
If you would ask me, I think French would be his first language, but it's not, is it?
No.
Yeah.
It's like he always loved to talk in French. I don't know
he's
why.
He's perfectly fluent.
Yeah.
He's trilingual. I'm jealous of him.
But he never speak English though. Like whenever he can speak French, he would better speak French.
Yeah.
That's the thing I've noticed about
He's
it.
better in French than in English.
Yeah, of course. Totally. Like he would barely speak. Only with me he speaks in English, and also like.
And with me as well.
Yeah. But like whenever like somebody comes who can speak French, he would only speak French. Like.
Well, it's he's more comfortable with the language.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe he just likes to use the most. Like his favorite language, I think, whenever you want to communicate. The same for me. Like if I can talk in Hindi, I would talk in Hindi.
Right.
And if not, then of course English. So yeah, Franco, do you want to talk about like how you deal with loneliness, if you have ever experienced it?
Loneliness.
You have never experienced it because you live with your parents.
I mean, yeah, there's that, but like, I do understand a little bit about loneliness. A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about it.
It's both a good thing and sucks at the same time.
Yeah, like what is the good thing about it?
The good thing about it is like I can finally like gather my thoughts and just, try and understand what's going on in life, because I hate to classify myself as an extrovert, but I think I am a little bit extroverted. So when I'm always like talking with people, like I'm just, constantly interacting, but never actually having a moment to myself to think about like what I'm saying and what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But when I'm alone, I could finally like reflect and see all, the choices I've made, regret them. And, it's nice, but then after a while,
Mm-hmm.
I go crazy. I guess I need to end up talking with someone, or else I actually start like breaking down, freaking out. Oh man, I really am extroverted. I don't want to be.
No, I think I would. There is a thing like we can have a conversation about this thing. That
Yeah.
do you think extroverted people are more happy or the introverted?
No. A lot of the times, even extroverted people, like, they fake their happiness.
Really?
Just because like they're outgoing and they're always happy to see them does not mean that they're actually always happy inside. It could be like they're just trying to like keep their like persona like out there,
Mm-hmm.
but it does not necessarily mean that they're always happy. Just because I'm always like happy and like see me in the lab always smiling does not mean I'm always happy.
Yeah.
There could be a thing in the back of my head that I'm really yelling at and want to throw a rock at. But I'm just making sure it stays in my head and I don't actually do it in the lab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, but I think like all our problems, if we think about it, then they are problems.
Yeah.
There are few things to deal with, of course. Like I'm not saying block everything and just be whatever your happy self.
Yes.
But I have realized that sometimes just ignoring your problems, if they're not very big, like if
Yes.
something is really important, like today my gas stove is not working, I can't ignore it. I have to
Right.
email and get it fixed, right?
Yeah.
Not all the problems, but
Yes.
like few problems, if you ignore them, they were just for the moment and they would go away. Don't you agree with that? Like the problems we create in our own head, like something we feel.
Over time, yeah, but like you need to like consider, are these problems that you want to go away on its own, or should you have to take care of them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But most of the problems actually get solved by itself over the time. If you keep doing your thing, what you do, like, and not focus and like ruin yourself in those problems. Have you ever experienced any?
Where I would just like forget about a problem and it went away on its own?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think every time I would just try to focus on a problem and just fix it.
Really?
Yeah. Or either that, or I would come to terms that it's never gonna get fixed, and just be okay that it will never be fixed.
Really? And
Yes.
otherwise, if you can fix it, you will fix it.
If I can fix it, I'll fix it. For example, my tire exploded on my bike. I'm okay with not fixing it. I'm just not riding my bike. It's a problem. I'm not dealing with it.
You're like, I'm not gonna fix it.
Yeah.
If
When I decide to ride my bike again, then I'll consider fixing it.
yeah, maybe someday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Franco, do you ever feel depressed?
All the time. All the time.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Like, the things we feel depressed about are not real problems.
No?
Like, imagine, like, I'm not gonna say that you have to say it loud,
Right.
but imagine one of your depressing problem.
Yeah.
And then, does it impact your life? Like, how does it impact your life?
Daily.
Really?
Yeah.
But you have to live with it?
Fortunately, I'm hopefully, trying to break out of it. It's more so that like I hate myself for falling into this big education system. So like I probably, like many others, was trying to study to be a doctor. But it didn't end up so well, especially after, doing terrible in the first 2 years of my undergrad. When I contemplated going to computer science, I went against it and decided to finish my human physiology degree. That's one point in my life I regret. I wish I actually did give up earlier and switch. Because unfortunately here, especially in Canada, it's an all or nothing system. So
How?
So let's say you study in like the health sciences, right? Where the good work is at would be essentially the healthcare field, working in a hospital. So in that sense, if I really wanted to be a doctor but wanted a safety net, I should have went into nursing. But I didn't. I chose the sciences. Yeah, that's one of my regrets, and I'm still always going to be depressed about probably. I should have switched. Now after graduating, work I would say is roughly very limited here with a Bachelor of Science, and even if you manage to pull off a job here in the sciences, it's not going to make that much money relative to either a nursing degree or a computer science degree, which is how I feel.
Yeah, and then that's what you regret a lot.
That's what I regret a lot. So it's essentially wasting a lot of time, and I doubled down, and I double regret that. I doubled down and I went to Concordia right after McGill to do I think a year and a half in exercise science. I should have taken computer science. That wasn't a clue then.
What was exercise science?
What was exercise science? Oh, it's just the study of human movements, how muscle is gained, the optimal way to gain muscle.
Why? Why did you do it?
As a GPA booster mainly.
Really?
Yes. So I heard rumors, at least, that exercise science is a science program that is easy 4.0 GPA, and I thought I'll take that and apply to medical school, right?
Oh, but do you still want to apply to medical?
No, I gave up on medical school because even at some point that if I were to become a successful doctor, the lifestyle of a doctor is actually very depressing. You're always on call, working odd hours in a hospital. I mean, this is assuming you work in a hospital setting, but I guess even in a clinic, it's probably not that great either. So yes, you'll make a lot of money, but even then, I don't think I'll be happy doing it. Yeah. So I was motivated then, but then after coming to reality, very recently, I realized no, I don't want to work as a doctor here. So yeah, now I'm here with a science degree.
Yeah, but Franco, let's talk about not very depressing things.
Oh, you talking about if I was depressed? I just gave my honest answer.
No. I wanted to get a very honest thing out, but I now wanna have. What do you enjoy a lot? Right now.
What do I enjoy?
What do you look forward to? What is your motivation right now? Other than being depressed.
I don't think that's a motivation. But my motivation right now is doing my best to make the best of what I got. So yes, I regret all the stuff that I made, but regretting is not going to make me go anywhere in life. I have the cards that I've played. What am I going to do with it? So right now I'm working my best to see if I can just get a better salary. At this point I just want an average salary. I'm aiming for at least $65,000 a year annually. Nothing too great, average person.
So for that, do you wanna get some certification or some other things?
Yes. So I'm working on project coordinator certification, a little bit of programming here and there. I finished a Python course. I'm very proud of that.
Really?
Yeah.
But did you also register for some data science course?
Yes.
You were also doing it, right?
Yes. Unfortunately,
how is that?
It took a turn for the worse.
Really? You ended it?
Huh?
You ended it?
Not yet, but I'm about to actually because I'm sure you got hospitalized, right?
You?
Yeah.
When?
You didn't know? Okay. So there was a time where, I'm sure you could see in the schedule where I had a whole week vacation. Personal. It's actually all personal days. I was doing a regular, assay in the lab, and all of a sudden my stomach, got, churning. It was very bad, and I went to see the doctor. I ended up staying in the hospital for 7 days. Yeah, and it put me severely behind on my course. Very behind, and I've been trying to catch up the past few days. Couldn't do it. I asked for help to the professor couldn't help. He's pretty much told me to deal with it.
Yeah, but did you do it in person or did you?
No, it's online.
But which professor did you ask from?
Huh? I emailed the professor.
Oh,
yeah.
It was a live course.
Yeah, it's live, but it's recorded lectures. Yeah. So
then there shouldn't be any problem.
It shouldn't be a problem, but the issue is that I was bedridden in the hospital and I didn't have a chance
to look into anything.
Yeah, I was very much stuck in the bed, dying 7 days straight.
That was really bad.
Yeah, I was
and
bad.
And did you recover completely?
I recovered. I'm better than ever.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you just joking? Or?
No, I'm serious. I'm better than ever.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Franco, do you want to talk about any hobbies that you have?
I love video games a lot. More than I should. But I also love trading cards. I love hanging out with friends. I love going out and doing very, very stupid things. I love doing things that I see I love doing things that I've seen on television. And that's the number one bad thing to do, but it's fun. It's fun. I can tell you about the things I've did, but you're most likely gonna have to edit this part out.
But no, like tell whatever I can include.
Whatever, tell you things, whatever you can include. Oh, that's tough.
Nothing that you did that can.
That's really tough. Okay. Okay. We'll start nice and easy and content friendly. I like to bike ride a lot. I like to bike.
But your bike is broken.
Okay, yes. Before the bike was broken.
Okay.
Okay, like I go on very, very big, long biking trips to the point where my legs would, break down and I would have to crawl back home. And it was painful, but I would still love doing it anyway. I would bike like from here, like on the one end of Montreal, all the way to like a off island, like in the reservations area, like
really
very far away. Yes, I would take pictures there. It's great. I loved it.
There is so many biking trails here.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah.
I would piss off a lot of drivers. That you have to probably edit it out.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I don't do it on purpose, but like
you bike.
We have to share the road, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So, yeah, sorry drivers, you're stuck with me.
Yeah. Anything you wanna say regarding what keeps you going?
What keeps me going? Oh man, now we're going back to the depressing part. I don't know. I honestly don't. I'm just trying to accomplish one thing and then move on to the next thing I gotta do.
Yeah, but like tell us about your home thing.
My home
that you wanna buy right now.
Yeah, so I guess that would be my motivation for keep going right now is to despite wasting so much time in the education system, still see if I could pull off some reserve cash and actually buy a place for my own despite being 28, still living with their parents.
It's okay.
Yeah.
But your parents adore you, so that's a good thing.
Yeah. So.
And you would never come back once you move out.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah. I love them, but after 28 years, I believe you go crazy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Any funny thing you wanna tell our viewers?
Any funny thing?
Yeah.
It's hard on the spot when you just tell me to be funny. Like it
No,
has to
no.
come out naturally.
No, like let me ask you differently.
Yes.
So, we talked about this thing that don't take life too seriously.
Oh yeah, life's a joke.
Yeah.
Life's very much a joke. Like I would say don't take life too seriously because I feel like when you do something and you work really hard at it and then just when it all just falls apart, I personally believe God is actually just sitting there laughing at you. Like it's just all some cruel joke and there's nothing you can do about it. Like you can cry, get upset. It's not even worth getting upset about. Just take it. It's a joke. Like I personally feel like the whole world is falling apart.
Yeah.
But
apocalyptic.
Yeah, it's the whole world is falling apart. We're all going to our doom eventually, but is it something to worry about? No. Because it's going to happen.
Yeah, life is a joke.
Yes, it's going to happen. So there's no point worrying about it. Just do the best what you can and be happy in the moment.
That's a really good thing. And with that, I would like to say end to this video.
Ah, okay.
And We can come up with other things maybe next time.
Next time.
But I'm really happy, Franco, that you could do this video with me.
Oh, thanks for having me. I look forward to next time we record a video in front of a rock.
Yeah, and there were so many difficulties before starting this videos to find a spot.
Yeah.
I'm hoping.
I'm also hoping this audio actually recorded.
Yeah, this is recorded, and I would get the best print possible and also like the best audio possible if I can edit it. So I really look forward to connecting with more people, and I hope you guys like this video.
Yeah.
And ask any questions if you want to. And also share any insight on the topics we shared here today. So thank you so much for watching and for listening to our conversation today. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.